Here we have a new 2024 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 Convertible. Looks like this will be the final year of the Camaro ZL1 Convertible. This one comes in Summit White, and then we have jet black with red accent leather interior. The powertrain consists of a 6.2 liter supercharged V8 engine. That's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. And that gets us 650 horsepower and then 650 pound-feet of torque. And this one does have the Recaro seats in it, so I'll give you a look at those here in a moment. But around to the front end here, love the aggressive look of the ZL1s. Pretty similar to how it's been over the years, just with the front splitter there, just the more aggressive grille. And then we have our LED daytime running lights, LED signature lights, and then the high intensity discharge headlamps there. I love the carbon fiber hood here. That looks good. And then down here we have these forged 20-inch wheels. I love the concave design. And of course you have the Brembo brakes and the calipers there saying ZL1. But I love the gloss black accents throughout. We have passive keyless entry, and we kind of have that Alcantara going on here. And then you can see that same in the insert of the seats. We have that as well. Just gives it more of an aggressive look in my opinion. And then we have the red accents throughout, stitching there, and then in the insert as well. But power door lock controls are here. We have our memory seat functions. You can just hit set and then hold the number you want to set it to, and then to recall either of the two settings that you can set up, just click the button. And then over here we have our power mirror controls. We can turn those on or off. And then here we can decide if we want to roll up the front windows or the back windows, whether up or down. And that is one-touch automatic for both sides. And then we have a trunk release there, a little storage pocket here if you ever want to use it, maybe to put a pack of gum or something. And then a very good sounding Bose sound system, which especially with the top down will come in handy. And then hood release here. There are the pedals. We have a manual tilt and telescope steering wheel, and the latch for that's here. Head-up display controls. And then we do have an 8-way power driver seat. Again, a nice look at that. Now, if you ever want to get to the back seat, because you probably, unless you're a little shorter than me, won't have anybody back here. There's the seat there, and I love the red seat belts, by the way. That's a nice touch. Wireless charging pad right there. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. And I want to give a thank you to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for letting me review this ZL1 Convertible. I'll leave a link below in the description. But a great sounding exhaust, of course. And then we can, if we ever want to use a trunk space or have more trunk space with the top up, we can remove this and then you can use the back there. But as you can see, the soft top and all that's folded in there. But still, decent sized space for a convertible. And there's, look at the back end. We do have the LED tail lamps. And then if you ever do want to release the trunk from the back, your button is right here. Click that. And there it is. But I just love the sound of this vehicle. I love the looks, just the overall stance of it. And we do have a fuel filler there. You do want to put 91 or higher, especially to get that full horsepower output. And then here we have a 6-way front passenger seat. And again, just hit this latch if you want to get to the back there. But really neat how they put the carbon fiber just in that whole front passenger side, kind of the dash there. Looks super nice. And then we have a lockable glove compartment. And then the window sticker here. Y'all can pause anywhere you need to if you want to take a closer look. But this one stickers right at $85,430. Has quite a few options that I'd recommend, especially having the automatic transmission. But if you want to stick Save you a little bit of money there, and might be more of what you're looking for in a driving experience if you're used to driving them. But back around to the front here, I'm gonna pull the latch. And there's that supercharged V8. But now let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So love the Alcantara steering wheel here, and you're able to heat that by hitting that button there. Just very comfortable, and I love having the flat bottom, and then even having the ZL1 badge there, just a nice touch. But over here to the radio, we do have AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth audio. And then with this upgraded screen that has the navigation, we also get the wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility. But pretty easy to use the navigation system here. With this being the last year of the Camaro, supposedly, it is nice to have shortcuts and whatnot and be able to have a built-in nav. You can even use voice recognition to just say your destination. And settings are in here. You can change your language to connect your phone. Just go in here, add phone, walks you right through it. And there are all of the settings there. You do get a Wi-Fi hotspot, and then you also have your dual zone automatic climate controls, which you can control from the screen here, or you can use the buttons down below that have your 3-stage heated cooled seats. And then you can even toggle the whole system down. Fan speeds here, temperature can be adjusted with either of these dials, and then your direction can be changed here. Hazards are there. You do get ambient lighting, so to control that, you can change the colors that show up throughout. And then backup cameras here. The guidelines follow. You just turn the steering wheel. And then for your shifter, hit the lever, reverse, neutral, drive. Come over here, you can manually shift, or use the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, of course. And then your traction control toggle is here. You have several drive modes, which include Tour, Sport, Track, Snow and Ice. And then your electronic parking brake, which you can pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. 12-volt bottle holders. Center console cubby space has your SD card reader, which runs your navigation. Then you also have 2 USB-A ports as well as an aux input there. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. And next we're gonna go ahead and put the top back down. There's a rear camera mirror there. It's probably harder to see. That's another reason I'm putting that down, so we can get a feel for all of that. But the top folds down pretty quickly, up and down. You could do it at a stoplight with no problem. But there's that rear camera mirror there. Again, that's the switch for the convertible top. But to the steering wheel itself, we do have cruise control. You can turn that on or off there, adjust speed. You can go through your radio station favorites here once those are set up. And then you have your volume controls over here, and then Bluetooth controls and voice recognition, excuse me, and then a mute button here. And then we can go through our center display using the arrows that we have. So we can go through the sub menus by doing that. You have your performance menu, which is pretty cool. You can see oil temperature, pressure, voltage, quite a bit that you can check out. And then you can also change your settings in here. So you can set up your launch control, you can change your units from US to metric. And then you can also decide what you want to see on the info pages. So for the performance, if you want to see a performance timer or whatever, take certain things on or off, you can do that. And then your vehicle info, you can decide what you want to show there. So I might not want that, but I want some other things. You can do all that. So a pretty neat setup there. And then the heads-up display, which we can configure as well, right there. I'm gonna change the info. So that's my favorite view there. And then blinkers are here. Headlamp controls, auto. You can turn the auto mode on or off by doing that. And then windshield wiper controls are here. It's one time off, intermittent, low, high. And then you can adjust your intermittent mode here. And then just pull up there for the front wiper fluid. There's our push button start. And then here is our key fob with remote start. And we're just gonna take a quick look at the vehicle with the top up, so you can kind of see how that looks. So quite a nice look there. And I apologize if you can hear the cicadas. They're out and about this week. It's like they're following me everywhere I go, so they can intrude on my video, but whatever. But next we're gonna go ahead and take this 2024 ZL1 Camaro Convertible out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive here in this ZL1 Convertible, just super quick. Of course, you have a supercharged V8. That's about what you can expect. But it sounds good, it runs good, and it's so fast. Now, if you give it too much throttle, of course, with it being supercharged, it'll get a little tail happy there, but for the most part, it's pretty easy to handle. Just, you know, giving it power when you need to. Now, if you put your foot into this, again, it will try to get away from you, but that's what traction control is for, so that helps a little bit. And I hate that the traffic is built up here because can't really open her up like I would like. But surprisingly, the ride is not as choppy as I would have expected. Now, I've driven a 1LE. I think that's the last Camaro I've driven. So I'm used to it being a little bit more stiff. Let's give it just a light pull here. So I mean, that was my foot was about a third of the way down. It's a very impressive machine. And even with a rag top, or I say a soft top, excuse me, convertible setup here, the wind noise is not bad. I can hear everything, but it's not like bothersome, if that makes sense. And of course you have the Bose sound system to take care of all of that anyways. But I mean, when you're behind the wheel of one of these, you could care less, especially if you're gonna keep your foot into it. And you see so many low mileage examples of these. People just take these out to run them a couple of times because they have 85 grand to burn, and then they just sit in the garage. But if you do want to use it as a daily drive or whatnot, it'll always put a smile on your face, so just keep that in mind. Of course, the Brembo brakes are very strong, very controlled. Now, with the 10-speed automatic, cruising in one of these, especially having a V8 as opposed to maybe a 10-cylinder, 12-cylinder, you can still get 21 miles per gallon on the highway with this car, especially doing the speed limit again, and then just not keeping your foot down in it, using the cruise control, all of that will help you maximize your fuel economy. And the reason this gets around 13 miles per gallon city is just coming from a stop, and especially sitting in traffic, it will burn fuel. But I mean, it sounds so good. Oh man, especially in this is tour mode. I guess I was in tour mode. Now in track mode, this thing just sounds nasty. when you put it into that mode, oh, listen to that backfire. When you put it into that mode, it gives you shift lights on the heads-up display, which is super cool. And this really is meant to just make it that much easier if you are on the track for whatever reason. I mean, just so quick, so much fun to drive. Just an incredible driving experience every time you get behind the wheel. And it's just nice to know that you can take this to the track if you so choose, or you can just drive it in track mode, driving around town. But honestly, having one of these, especially as a daily, you might, now unless you're someone who's kind of addicted to fast acceleration like myself, it'll be nice to have this in tour mode with the top down. But then if you want to hear the cackle of the exhaust put into sport, and if you want to just get the full output of what this thing can do, have it in the track mode. And then another big benefit is having the snow and ice mode for if it is slippery outside and for whatever reason you're driving your convertible. That kind of helps you with your traction. But just such a fun car to drive. And I really, every time I come from a stop, I want to floor it, but I certainly want to let it break in a little bit. That's not really a big issue long term for most modern cars, but it still just, you know, keeps you from having to go to the repair shop as soon as you get your new vehicle. But I mean, a fantastic performance car, just fun to drive, love everything about it. This will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 Convertible.